Hi everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be doing a yin-centered class, and I'm going to suggest having a blanket, maybe a bolster or pillow, and then I have an eye pillow today too. Use whatever props that support your yin practice. And we're going to get started in a wide-legged child's pose. So I have my blanket folded into fourths, just so that my knees can really come wide off the edges of the mat. Toes come together. And just walk myself down. Maybe forehead comes to rest on the mat or a pillow. Perhaps you even hug a pillow to support the torso. Arms can come out in front of you, or perhaps they can wrap around the sides next to the legs. Just taking a moment to really ground and settle here. And start to connect with your breath. Maybe even invite in a gentle ujjayi breathing by creating a small constriction in the back of the throat that then creates a ocean wave-like sound, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Perhaps inviting in an intention, a mantra, something to settle the heart and the mind. Repeating that to yourself 3 times. Today our yin class is going to be focusing on the liver and gallbladder meridians. As a yin class, we'll be holding postures for 3 to 5 minutes at a time. I recommend finding that place, that edge of sensation, maybe backing off a little bit and sitting in that stillness. You may or may not notice that sensations build as we hold postures for a longer period of time. Just using the breath to massage the body. The liver meridian runs from the big toes up the foot to the inside of the ankles, the insides of the knees, up the legs towards the groin, towards the front part of the body, through the neck and into the face and into the eyes. The gallbladder meridian starts on the sides of the head, zigzagging its way down the neck, the side bodies, the outer hips and legs, and down towards the outside of the foot. Using the breath to circulate the energy up the liver meridian, and down the gallbladder meridians. A few more breaths here. Slowly, ever so gently, start to push yourself back up. You bring your knees together, coming into hero's pose. Sitting upright. From here, we'll walk our hands forward, moving any pillows off the mat. We'll lay all the way down onto our stomachs, staying propped up on our elbows, hands facing forward. Perhaps lift and lower one leg, lift and lower the other leg. Keeping the front of the body upright as we settle into sphinx. Taking a moment to notice your breath. Notice the sensations in this posture. The liver is said to be the general commander of the body. It helps to plan and maintain energy. As an organ, it sits on the right side of the body, underneath the rib cage and the abdomen. It is a solid organ that is in charge of not only detoxifying the body and the blood, but it also is a major producer of proteins and enzymes to support the body. The gallbladder is a hollow organ that sits underneath the liver. It stores bile, which is then excreted into the intestines to help with digestion. A few more breaths here. When you feel ready, come down, creating a cross with your arms for a little pillow, a prop for your forehead. Lowering all the way down into crocodile. Taking a moment to rebound, feeling the energy move through the body. Taking your time, we'll come back into sphinx, bending the elbows, propping the upper body up. You can either stay here, or perhaps you widen your hands just off the edges of the mat, straighten the elbows. That creates a little bit more lift for the upper body. This is seal. Wherever you are, making sure that you can breathe into sensation, thoughts, emotions as they arise. The emotional qualities of the liver is said to be a harmonizing energy. So when out of balance, the liver can create irritability, emotional outbursts, impulsivity. Using yin practices to balance the liver qi can create harmony and peace within the body, as can the practice of metta, or loving kindness, compassionate meditation. May you be loving and kind. May you be at ease. Slowly lower yourself back down, creating a prop with your arms, maybe other hand on top this time. It's coming into crocodile for a few breaths. Slowly push yourself back up. Come onto our hands and our knees. From here, you can just walk that right foot forward. Big step. You may need to take multiple small steps. That's okay. And then edge that heel toe that foot to the left side of the mat. so much so the right knee can drop to the side. And you can either take your blanket and roll it up under your hip. If you have a small enough pillow or a block, you can place that under the hip as well. Staying upright for a breath or two, and slowly lowering yourself back down. In yin, we call this position swan pose. It has a little different energetic qualities than pigeon we typically see in a vinyasa class. If swan feels like too much today, you are always welcome to lie on your back and cross that right leg over the left knee, creating a figure 4 position. And then drawing that left knee to the chest to whatever depth feels comfortable for you. In yin, we sit with sensation. Sensation is part of the practice. Of course, always listening to the body. If that sensation ever feels like too much, being kind, compassionate, and gentle with yourself, and making any adjustments that feel necessary. Few more breaths here. Slowly pushing yourself back up. Taking all the time that you need, and come back into a hands and knees position. And just taking a few breaths here. Compress the joints in a yin practice. So when we come out, the body floods those joints with lubrication, blood, nutrients. So savoring those moments of rebound. Do the same thing on the other side, taking that left foot and stepping it forward, and then walking it or heel toeing it to the right side of the mat, so much so that the left knee drops. Positioning your block or pillow blanket underneath the left hip for additional support if you like. Walking the right foot back and staying upright for a breath or two before lowering yourself down, perhaps the elbows, or perhaps all the way to the mat. Wherever you settle, just breathing here. The element associated with the liver and gallbladder is the wood element. The qualities of wood is both flexible and stable. So like a tree that can sway and bend in the wind, it remains rooted and grounded. So too, the qualities of the mind to be flexible and stable. Liver chi is said to have the power of discernment, removing self-doubt. Few more breaths here. Take all the time that you need. When you feel ready, push yourself back up. Taking a moment tucking the back toes and coming into hands and knees. From here, we'll make our way to our back, wherever you would like to get there. I'm going to adjust my blanket when it lays more the length of the mat, just to give myself some added cushion. I'm going to lay all the way flat. You may want to make sure your bolster, pillow, eye pillow is handy. Laying flat on the mat, we'll shift our hips over to the left side. Take your right foot, walk it to the right side, and then take the left foot, also walk it over to the right side, maybe even cross it. Arms stretch up overhead, grabbing the left wrist with the right elbow to draw that left arm over to the right side of the mat. Coming into banana-asana. Feeling the entire left side of your body, the outside of the left leg, the hip, up the torso, outside of the arm. Breathing in this side stretch. In yin, we are working the joints, the bones, the ligaments, the yin tissues of the body. Muscles are more yang in nature, so really releasing muscular action and allowing the bones to settle, to feel grounded and supported by the structure beneath them. Slowly release. Take your hands back through center, uncross your legs, and shift your hips back to center. You're more or less laying straight on the mat. And from here, we'll move towards the other side. So picking up your hips, scooching them to the right side of the mat. Left leg steps to the left side of the mat. Right leg steps over as well. Maybe it crosses. Then grabbing the right wrist with the left hand, Stretching over to the left side of the mat, creating a long line of energy through the right side of the body. A few more breaths here. Slowly release. Walk your legs back through center. Scoot your hips. And we'll come into your favorite shavasana. Perhaps that's a more traditional posture, laying flat on the mat. Perhaps you bring the soles of your feet together, knees bending and widening apart into a banana-asana or butterfly. I'm going to take my eye pillow and rest it over my eyes. You can have the same effect with the blanket, a sweater, or a scarf. The eyes are the sense organ of the liver. So just giving them permission to fully relax. Taking a moment to scan through the body, starting at the top of the head, relaxing the forehead, the muscles around the eyes, the mouth, the tongue, the throat and neck, softening the shoulders and the arms, down to the hands and the fingertips. Letting the chest rise and fall to its natural breath. Relaxing the abdomen, the pelvis and hips, the thighs, knees, lower legs, feet and toes. Know that you can rest here for as long as you'd like. The next time you hear my voice, we'll be coming to the close of practice. Slowly bring your attention back to the space around you. See your body in your mind's eye lying on the mat. Maybe deepen the breath. Start to invite in deep, gentle movements to the fingers, the toes, circling out the wrists and the ankles. Perhaps bending the knees in or stretching out long. Eventually making your way to your favorite side. Taking a full, nourishing breath here. Taking all the time that you need, gently pushing yourself back up to a seated position. Hands can either rest on the lap, or perhaps at heart center. Taking a moment to give yourself gratitude for showing up to practice today. Be loving and kind to yourself and others. Namaste.